Hey guys, just another quick video about some upgrades I've done recently during the COVID quarantine, and one of them was upgrading my headlights on the MK7.5 Sportwagen to LEDs. I went with the deAutoLED kits for both high and low beam, and I had already had the turn signal or blinkers converted, so now I have full LED headlights. I'm probably, I don't know, $275 in on that based on getting these things on sale. deAuto always has sales 10 to 20% off, so there's no reason to pay full price. And of course, a lot of people really like the replica headlights from the Golf R, which are a lot more money. Those can be upwards of $600 for the set, and then you have to put an HID kit in them. So keep that in mind, that this is less than half the price. With, I would argue, the performance is going to be pretty similar. On the high beams, they're H9s. They're, that's here. That's the inner, that's an H9 bulb. It's super easy to install because you actually are going through the innermost toward the center of the car entrance for that light. That's pretty easy access on both sides. That was easy. It took about 10 minutes. Blinkers are in the same cavity in the light, so those are also super easy. It's the low beams that are the challenge, and these are H7s, and because they're H7s, they have that funky metal clip, and of course they're a pain in the ass, to be perfectly honest with you. It took me a couple hours to do it, going slow. The challenge is getting back here to these, where you access the light. It's just in a bad location. The best way is probably to just remove the whole damn front end of your car, but I didn't want to do it. If you have small hands, you can do it this way. You can see the, I guess that's the ballast here, connected to the housing. But look, in terms of performance beyond the actual install discussion, which is separate, I have a link I can put in the description of the video that gives a detail on how I did the install with some pictures. Performance wise, so obviously the blinkers are great. They're just, you know, bright blinkers. High beams, of course, that's going to be a no-brainer. You're not too worried about high beams. You're only using them sometimes. But the low beams are where you get a lot of drama and discussion online and arguing about the notion of putting LEDs in halogen reflector housings. Now, a couple things I will tell you is, number one, there are factory LEDs, like on my Atlas, that come in a reflector housing. So it's a for purpose-built reflector housing for an LED, but nonetheless, it is a reflector. So the mantra of only in a projector really doesn't hold for LEDs. It does hold for HIDs more often than not. HIDs in a reflector housing do cause light scatter. deAuto makes a kit that has a shielded bulb, which can help with that, but you're still going to throw light a little bit. On the LEDs, it actually works perfect. I mean, the cutoff is right where it should be. I lowered my headlights a little because I had raised them before because of the poor performing halogen bulbs that I had originally, which I then replaced with a high performing halogen bulb made by Osram, the Nightbreaker lasers. But after I put these in, I did think they were a little high. I didn't want to get blind people. I have not been flashed so far. The vision is great. Like, you have I would say you have about the same throw as the halogens. You just have a much brighter, whiter light. Is it a game changer? I think they're cool. I never thought the halogens were awful, the upgraded ones, but I like these. They work. I like that they match the look of the daytime runners. I think they're brighter. I do think they throw a little bit further. So overall, I'm super happy. You're not blinding everybody. The deAuto bulbs have the diodes in the right location to mimic the filament in a halogen bulb, which is, of course, the drama with some LEDs, which have LEDs in the wrong location and do throw light in the wrong location. So I think these are a great alternative to the replica kits, and don't let people online say that all LEDs and halogens are bad. It's just not the case, and it's being regurgitated by often people that don't really understand the slight differences in these bulbs and how they work.